A nice simple way to generate a road design is to use Calc Road Design by IP. Now that will load up the model onto the screen like this. And I can start off by selecting the horizontal IPs. They're the intersection points. So this is where I want my new road to go. And at each IP, I can enter a radius. We can enter transition lengths on the entry and exit spiral, wherever we want them. Now you'll notice in the right hand picture window, that is now a profile of the ground directly underneath that alignment. So I can add intersection points where I want the alignment to go. So let's just assume we want it like this. The button here shows me the cross-sectional area of that. So we can move IPs about, and in this case I want to try and balance the cut and fill. So that's not too bad a balance. I can move the horizontal IPs about, and that has also changed the vertical profile, and you'll see it's changed my cut fill balance. So I just want to give it a little bit more fill there. No, far too much. Now, on the vertical alignment, we can enter radii for the at each IP, or we can enter the length, or if we've got specific entry grades and exit grades, it'll calculate the intersection point from those. Having got our alignment geometry correct, we can then look at building up the road, and I'll cover that in my next video. Now, once I have my horizontal and vertical geometry sorted, I can set up my carriageways. Depending on the radius, the horizontal radius, I can set up a table of what road parameters I want, the width and the crossfall, and the transition length between the different types of crossfall. For the verges and batters, these will depend on the height of the road, whether we want a curb, and the verge width and verge height and the batter gradient, depending on the height of the road, so that could be cut and fill. We can also apply a template to each part of the road to allow for the imported materials. So I can enter these here, the amount of resoil on the verges, the amount of resoil on the batters. Once I have those three sets of templates set up, of course it'll store those for all future designs, we can press the Calc Road Design button, and that'll give me a few more options, so I've got more control over it. But I say OK, and it'll then generate, as we can see, the road design interfacing with the existing terrain. And even further than that, I can ask it to calculate a volume. That'll give me the exact cut fill volume of that against existing terrain. It'll even break it down into each component of it so that we can go further with the quantities. We can export this road as a model, as a complete road model, or we can export the alignment string itself.